it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to do another look using my Sydney Grace Singles. I am trying to use as many of them in a look at a time that I have not tried yet. I bought an inordinate amount of singles. And this is when I have to count how many fit in this palette because that's how many I bought. So I bought 36 new shades. That's a lot. That's a lot. But I wanted to use ones that were more olivey in tone today. I love an olive green eye, and it hasn't been until the last, I would say 12 to 14 months that I started falling in love with this look. I always loved the look of olive eyeshadow on other people, but never really felt like I could pull it off because every time I did, all it seemed to do was really highlight my under eye circles. But once I started using a color corrector and a little bit more high coverage concealer, I feel like it's been a lot easier to wear whatever eyeshadow I want, whether it be plum toned, blues, or greens. And those have always been the ones that I feel like really make this look a lot more prominent. So I'm going to grab the shade here. This is Summer Magic, and I'm just going to quickly put it in my crease. I used this one last week, but I'll tell you, it's a beautiful, really soft, kind of peachy transition shade, and for my skin tone is exactly what I need for right here, just to kind of get something down on the lid. So I don't know what your plans are for this fall. Since I have 2 school-age kids, a lot of it has been what's going on with the kids and their school. But we just got notice last night that they're delaying school by a week. The start of school, instead of being on the 24th, will now be on the 30th or the 31st, whatever that last Monday in August is. And part of me is like, is that really long enough? What are you gonna get with an extra week? And they said because you needed 180 days of instruction in the school year, they weren't going to tack on an extra week at the end of June. They were just going to start doing, and this was like, what, really? Family field trips, where they're gonna give a list of either activities if the family can't take the field trip, or field trips that are within our state that you could take your children to over the weekend, where they can get that experience of being out and seeing something new and learning something. But we would be responsible. Part of me's like, really? Okay, we'll do it, but couldn't you just tack on an extra week? I don't know. The other decision my husband and I have made is that there is the option for online or for in-person instruction, and we've decided to do online instruction only for the kids until we see how things are going. We're just being a little bit more cautious. I feel like this is a really pretty shade for my skin tone. I really like it. I move my brushes off the countertop into a drawer, and there's still cat hair on them. Like, cat hair is like the glitter of this household. Everywhere, you'll never get rid of it. Like, literally one on my chin right now. Oh, cat. All right, so Camel, just to intensify this crease a little bit and to bring a little bit more of that kind of warmth. I love that the olive tones do have that underlying yellow to them, and I feel like Camel also brings that mustardy warmth. So I have a hair appointment later today. I'm going to get my hair cut and trying to make sure to, get my whole family in for haircuts. We live in the state of Washington, and there was an article that I read saying that if people didn't start wearing masks like 95% of the time in public, that we would have another shutdown like we had in March. In October, and I was like, get your haircuts now, because not everyone's gonna do what we're doing. So this is Vanguard. It has a little bit of that olivey, mustardy undertone, and I'm gonna take my Sonia G Crease 1. I need to wash these brushes. The white hair, the goat hair, shows it so much more. And I'm just gonna plop this very carefully right here on the outside and blend kind of upward and outward. So my haircut later today, I'm kind of concerned because the person that I'm going to is not my regular stylist. My regular stylist is a barrel racer, and she got bucked off her horse in, I think, late May, early June, had shoulder surgery, and won't be able to do any work until November. And I'm like, I can't wait that long. And it's not that I really need a haircut. The problem I'm having right now is, since I had a portion of my head shaved here during my surgery, I feel like I got this really weird hole where over here I've got all this hair and over here I don't. So I feel like this doesn't really blend that well. I'm hoping that we can hide that. And since I have hair coming in here too, the nice thing is it's long enough now you can't see straight to my scalp. So the white that you would normally see of my scalp going, someone shaved me here, isn't visible anymore. And for that I am grateful. So I think it's going to be one of those things, you know, kind of blending this and making this work. I don't really want to lose any more length. The last time this person cut my hair, it was much shorter than I anticipated, and she thinned it out a lot. And I really felt like it wasn't what I had hoped for, but I'm at the point now where it's awkward enough with this that if I don't get this, I know you're looking at it going, there's nothing wrong. It's really weird. It looks strange when I turn my head in certain directions, and I know I'm not going anywhere, but it bothers me. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to figure out something without taking me too much shorter. I never really intended to have this haircut for this long. I got my hair chopped last September, end of September, beginning of October, I don't remember exactly when it was, because I wanted to cut off all the dye. And I didn't get it all cut off, but I cut a ton of it off. I stopped dyeing my hair a year and a half ago. So when I went in to see this new person in beginning of June after our salons here in our county of Washington opened, I mentioned, yeah, I got my hair cut short because I was trying to cut all my dye off. I'm not going to be dyeing my hair anymore. She heard that as cut the rest of my dye off, and my hair got so much shorter than I intended. And it's okay, I've been handling it, but my intention was never to have hair this short. And then I had surgery and parts were shaved, so it's going to be short for longer as it grows out. I just feel like my hair goals, it's going to take me longer than I realized to get my hair back to a place where I'm comfortable with it. And my goal is to have hair, you know, maybe shoulder length. That's my favorite length because I'm able to pony it, I'm able to, you know, pin it back, I'm able to braid it. Especially in the summertime, I'm used to wearing my hair totally off my face, you know, braid going this way, braid going that way, and then twist it around in the back. And I haven't been able to do that. And it's odd, and I'm not paying attention to my blending here. And this eye has more, and this one needs to have some added, so I'm gonna finish this up. This shade here is called Commission. This is one that I have been eyeing for the last year, every time I make a Sydney Grace order, and I finally decided that it was time to grab it. I'm gonna use it on a flat paddle type brush and just kind of press it on here. And I'm gonna overlap it with Vanguard a little bit. I don't want to take it too far. I'm going to take it up a little bit farther than I normally would because I find that these pressed pigments do transfer to I have a little bit of a hooded eye, not really, but when I open my eye, I get transfer from the lid up a little higher. So I'm just going to take it higher so I place it there purposefully and then blend the edge. I love how shiny these are. Makes me so happy. I'm going to throw Dazzle on the inner third of the lid and kind of pat it over a little bit of Commission just to blend it. I'm going to take a slightly fluffier brush. I'm going to dip back into Camel, that slightly camel-y shade. I was going to say mustardy shade, and just kind of blend the edge between those two pressed pigments. I'm going to throw some Camel on the lower lash line. I'm going to use a little bit of Vanguard, which is that kind of that olivey matte shade right here on the lower outer third. So this is the pressed pigment in Major. It's very much a gold leaning pressed pigment, and I'm going to use this just in the inner corner and right here on the inside lower third of the lash line. I'm going to line my eyes and put on some mascara and lipstick. I'll be right back. So here are the swatches of the shades I used today. This one here is Summer Magic. This is Camel. This one here is Vanguard. This is Commission. This is Dazzle. And this gold one here is Major. But I love how shiny those pressed pigments are, and the mattes are incredible. So again, this is where I remind you, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a makeup lover. I'm an enthusiast, and I feel like, you know, the more time I spend doing my eyeshadow, the better it gets. But there was a large portion, you know, like you fall out of the habit of doing stuff and all of a sudden you can't, like if you haven't done a winged eyeliner in a while, you used to be excellent at it, then you try it again like 4 months later and it's like, what happened? I feel like that's where my makeup skills are for eyeshadow right now, is that I just really hadn't been wearing a lot of eyeshadow from March until about late June. And then July and August, I really have started wearing a lot more eyeshadow, and I have really been enjoying it, especially since I placed this order with Sydney Grace. But I feel like these shades are a ton of fun, and I really, really enjoy wearing olive green shadows. My goal is to continue working through my Sydney Grace singles and doing a video like this once a week until I've used the majority of them. And I love this olive green combo. Let me know if you have a favorite color combo in the comments down below. It doesn't have to be this, it could be anything at all, or maybe a combination of other colors together. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for being subscribed. Have an incredible day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.